What is going on, guys? It's Blackhawk. Today I'm going to show you how I do salvaging contracts and also what to do with your salvage once you've went and harvested them. So this is going to be like a little tutorial plus a little gameplay of the one of the newer salvaging missions, or not salvaging missions, but one of the new salvaging ships, the Moth. So we'll get back to it as soon as I get into the Moth. And here you can see I'm about to buy a bunch of burritos. But yeah, we'll see you back when I'm at the Moth. So this is the Moth. For some reason, I didn't know that my stream audio was quiet, so I do apologize. This is the Moth. So this is one of the newer salvage ships. It is really cool, really fun to fly. She has three turrets, one on the bottom right there in the middle, and then two on each side, and then it also has the driver's seat. So the driver's seat is the one that does the fracturing and whatnot, and then the other two seats, or three seats, sorry, is what does uh, the disassembling of it. It has 48 SCUs of cargo on the outside, and then it has another, I want to say 240 on the inside, if I remember correctly. So I could be completely wrong there. It could not have that much space. It was supposed to have about 320 SCUs worth of cargo space. So I think those ones on the outside do double stack as well. But moving through the ship, right here are the two doors to the turrets on either side. And then that is a elevator down to the bottom that I just passed. So this is one of the side turrets, and the other one's identical to the other side. But we will just kind of let it through. Like I said, sorry, my stream audio isn't that loud. I don't know why. I need to adjust my mic threshold on there. But I'll just let you hear the sounds of it and then my muffled voice out of the background. So I actually miss it. There's a terminal, and I'll point it out to you right there. I just looked at it. I'll kind of freeze frame it and kind of show you. Right there. That is where you print off all of your recycled material composite and your construction material composite. I ended up walking past this thing quite a while. There's one on both sides of it as well, so you don't have to just print off of one. It does have two, just like in the reclaimer. So you can print them off, but this one only prints off in 8 SCU containers. So just remember that for future notice. It is only an 8 SCU container that it actually does print off in. But anyway, back to my muffled voices and the sounds of this beautiful ship. So here I picked up my first salvaging mission, and just kind of looking at it, this ship was a lot more nimble for a medium than what I thought it was actually going to be. It's really responsive for how kind of like large it is. Like it's not the largest or it's not the smallest, but it is quite responsive for how big it actually is. But here I'm just kind of taking off, looking at how nimble it is, and then I'm actually on my way to the first salvage mission. So I will kind of meet you guys while I'm in hyperdrive, just about to pull out to the salvaging mission. So see you guys there. All right, so we're just about to pull out of the hyperspace for this. I'm just coming over and looking at all of the buttons and whatnot on it, seeing all of the things that you can do without actually having to use key lines or anything like that. And it's pretty basic. You can turn the engines on and off, turn the power on and off, drop the landing gear, and then get in and out of the seat. That's pretty much all you can do. All of the other buttons are inoperable, where they do nothing. But I will kind of let you just enjoy the look of the hyperdrive, and I'll pop back. So doing this uh kind of work by yourself, especially in a ship that is meant for four people to run, I wouldn't say it's the most efficient. I wouldn't say it's the fastest, but it is necessary if you want to make a little bit of extra cash because with the Drake Vulture, you can't fracture ships, and fracturing ships gives you construction material composite, which is where all of the money comes from. So on this one, I'm having to line up the ship with the bottom turret. That's where I'm lining everything up at. And then you go through and you use the salvage beam to pull all of the recycled material composite off, which you don't have to do anything to. And then you fracture it for the construction material composite, which is where all of the money from salvaging comes from. So I will just let you kind of watch and see how I salvage it, and then I'll come back when we're ready to fracture it, and then I'll jump to the little bit of a bigger ship and kind of let you watch me salvage it, and then we'll go back through.
Systems activating. Systems on.
So salvaging is really easy work. It's one of the more chill ways to make money. Um, the green circle that you see going in and out, you want to keep that as full as possible. That means that you're pulling off the maximum amount of recycled material composite as you can. But you also want to move slow enough to where you're still getting everything. So you can see me switching through it, kind of showing you this scraper has a much larger surface area, but recovers less and is a little bit slower than the other one. The other one has a smaller diameter head that it recycles or pulls that recycled material off of, but it does it faster and it pulls more off. So I'll just kind of like scrape over the entire machine, get the underside, both of the both sides of the ship, kind of try to get as much of that composite off, and then we'll go back up to the driver's seat and we'll actually fracture it, and that's where I'll pick back up at here in just a second. Yeah, this is what you do. So we just got done scraping the entire ship off. We didn't actually get that much RMC or recycled material composite. And you never do, not off of these smaller ships. Off of the larger ones, you can get a good amount off of that. But on these smaller ships, you're mainly just after the construction materials. So what I'm doing now is I'm going up into the driver's seat and I'm going to fracture the ship. Now, the way that you do it is I'll kind of walk you through it the way as I'm doing it. So you'll press M to switch modes, and that'll put you in fracture mode as long as your ship has it. So here at the top, right here, you can see that I'm in fracture mode, or that FRA, I believe is what it says. Um, to engage it, all you have to do is just click it, and you can see the little circle around right there in the middle of the ship start to fill up. Just make sure you don't get too far away from it or anything like that. Um, I will get too far away from it because I remember back early on, this game had a really bad habit of exploding and then damaging ship components. So you can kind of see me backing away a little bit, and then it'll kind of restart that whole timer, and it's quite annoying. But once you get it fractured, you'll then switch to the dismantler one, which is on the other side. And the way you change that is you just press um, right click, and you'll switch from fracture to dismantle. And then you'll be able to scoop up each individual piece of the thing for construction material, which is what most of these ships are going to give you the most amount of money for. So we'll come back after the ship has fractured apart. A lot better, a lot faster at doing everything. It's about the fracture, so yeah, like you can. I don't think you can change anything when it comes to the fracturing deals with the scraper heads. You can definitely change to make them faster and more efficient. There you go. Now I believe the disintegration fluid. So once the ship explodes, you go into the disintegration or dismantle, whichever one it is, and then you just click to enable it, and anything within a so much of a circle or an area around it will actually get dismantled and thrown into your storage. Like I said, this is where the bulk of your material comes from. This is also where the bulk of your money comes from. But um, you have to refine it, and that's where the time comes in. This can make you a lot of money, but it does take time, and that's what I don't think anybody ever tells you. Is that this form of money making does quite literally take a lot of time. So I'm gonna skip all the way forward to where we fracture the Drake Vulture and scoop up its couple pieces of cargo that it was hauling. It was hauling some carbon and some aluminum. I grabbed those because, you know, I'll take them and sell them somewhere else when I'm doing a commodities run. You can see here I got a bot in my Discord chat. It was quite annoying. I just popped over there to actually ban him. Uh, but all of this is always streamed on Twitch. If I'm doing any kind of video, it's always going to be streamed on Twitch. So come over and join me at twitch.tv/, anyblackhawk. Link is down in the description. But yeah, we'll see you when we're back over there at the Drake Vulture and we're fracturing that up. That's where most of your just construction material. And as you saw down there, I'll show you here a little bit. Um, we were actually given, I think, a total of 6. This one is a Drake Vulture salvage. This one we're gonna go dismantle Drake Vulture, which is another, actually another salvaging. So yeah, it's right down the road from us. It's 18 kilometers away. Get ourselves out of VTOL mode. Doesn't change the way we fly. This is actually the ship that I first started playing at. Salvaging. really good ship, really good solo ship. The only thing that sucks about it is that you can't fracture. It's too small to fracture. It spawns in a small hangar. So with the medium vessels, you can fracture ships up to medium, and it works the same way. So like the reclaimer is considered a large vessel, so it can fracture up to a large vessel. But yeah, this is the ship that we're salvaging. This is what I first started in. So on these, you have a door right here, and then you have a door in the back here that opens up. It has an extremely low cargo capacity. I think it's like 16 SCUs of cargo, so it's not very large whatsoever. And like I said, you also can't fracture this with it, so you can't get that extra construction material that you get from fracturing. But we're gonna go ahead and get this one all scooped up, and then I'll show you guys what to do with the materials. Sure, we can reach it with them. I'm gonna go ahead and freaking this baby down. Honestly funny because you're essentially buying the plane for this ship, so you can do whatever you want. I don't know why, but if you really wanted to, I'm fairly certain you could try to repair it. Like I think this one, the flight system died in it, so something that you can quite repair is not good. But I have seen ones where it's like, oh, the propulsion gun, something like that. And it's missing like and one engine will be like completely missing, and the other one will be kind of sitting there. The bridge scraper for them now. You can see that it quite literally just the larger building that just kind of grabs the other materials that you missed with the slider scraper. Let me just switch back. So what actually is yeah, thruster failure. Cause of accident, thruster failure. One of the thrusters are damaged on this one. That's all that's wrong with it. I mean, yeah, you can kind of see like the difference in how big, like that's the area for that scraper. Then the abrade scraper is the much like larger. Big heavy. That's the abrade. If I can get it to recycled material composite, which is what I'm getting by doing it. Don't have to do anything for it. It just sells straight as it is. That's why you get like hardly any. The construction material composite you get for fracturing, you actually have to mine to get a full payout. It does so just as like a kind of like a base payout for it, but to like truly get a full payout, you do have to refine it. It does take in actual real world time to get that payout. But it's really easy to do. You just go to Google, look up where to refine at in StarCitizen, and then that will take you to a page that'll kind of ask you, what system are you in, Pyronix or Stanton. Most of the time when you're doing these, you're going to be in Stanton. I'd be surprised if you're doing this in Pyro, even though there's more like construction material laying around Pyro that you would, with this one, you wouldn't even have to like really do anything. You know what, we're going to try one of these side. Yeah, one. I think I have it lined up for the left side turn. Next thing we have to figure out is where to print off our box. These might have a tractor beam. Oh, this one on?
Systems activating.
Okay.
Systems on.
Well, that sucks. Looking for a tractor beam on it almost. Go ahead and line this up on the so that way we can get the bottom of it nice and cleaned off. I'll go show you how to do this material. We'll just quickly get all of the material off with the abrade scraper. I'm not worried about the REs. This ship is meant for 2 people. So definitely one of the ones that there is more exciting ways to make money, like going out and finding super rare materials, uh, unstable materials that once you get one of them and you get it to a refinery and refine it within 20 to 25 minutes, it'll pay you 1.7 million. But if you don't get it there in time or something like that, you get attacked while you're doing it, and um, those fields are always very, very high risk. So I tend to just stick to the easy stuff like mining and maybe some bounty missions, stuff like that. Not much of what I do. You can see on there like this number right here. That's how much is left on that area. Like this one, we're only missing about 4%. On the main hull, we're missing about 30. That engine, we're only missing 2. This engine, we're missing about 30 of it, and that's just because I didn't. Uh, this arm, we're missing about 30, but once again, it's because I didn't get the other. I mean, like you can kind of see, got most. On up here, run to the passenger or the pilot seat, and we'll go ahead and fracture it, and then we'll head to a refinery and see how we get our material. Alrighty, so here we're getting back into the pilot seat. We're gonna go ahead and fracture this up. Doing it the exact same way that we did on the smaller one. This one's just a little bit bigger, and then you can see down there that we're gonna get about 7 SCUs worth of composite construction material. So, I'm not going to show this. This video is getting long enough, so we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead to when we get to a refining place. To find that, all you have to do is look up refinery locations on StarCitizen in Google, and that'll tell you exactly where to refine everything at. So here we are at the refinery location. Like I said, you can go on to Google and figure out what places to go to. I went to L1 to refine because you can also sell it right here as well. Right there's where I went, ARC L1 Wide Forest Station. That's where I do all of my refinement because you can sell it here. It was also the closest to where I was stationed at. So down there where I'm pointing my mouse at, that's your construction material that you can refine. And then right there, you want to hit the refine, and then you want to choose what grade you want. So you can go through and figure out, but the census is that you want a high yield, moderate price, low or high speed. There's one of them. The price is going to be expensive, yes. You'll see here I actually chose the wrong one and messed up a little bit. But there's your drop down. So like it tells you exactly how much it's gonna mine, how long it's gonna take, and how much you're gonna get. And you can see right there I accidentally hit the wrong one. So out of that 800, I'm only getting about 160. So I actually lost a lot of construction material out of it, but it is what it is. I'll live. But that's pretty much the census. If you're doing mining, this is exactly where you would come to sell leftover ores after doing your refinement. You do the refinery for the ores in the exact same location as this place. But I hope that video helps you guys out a lot, and yeah, I would really appreciate it if you guys leave a like, follow, and I'll be posting some more videos on other stuff when I have some more time. Work's been kind of hectic lately, hence the reason why I haven't been streaming and or posting videos. But hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps you out on your endeavors of salvaging. Until next time.